Little Bone Jerome and Big Lamb Chop. Anthony Lamb and Ty Jerome, the two most successful two-way stories in the league this season. And they happened to both play on the same team, right? And as it started, it was like, oh, this is cute. They've been able to fill in when we're missing somebody and hold their own. And then it became a little more. Then all of a sudden it was, oh, he actually really contributed. It's like, wait a minute. Anthony Lamb's playing ahead of our lottery picks. Oh, wait, no, they're in the rotation. And now it's gotten to this point here where I think Dub Nation is like, all right, well, who do we keep? 50 games per two-way player. We've played 39 games. Now, obviously, they haven't played in all the games, but we're going to quickly approach the point here where the Warriors are going to have to make a decision. Usually a team has to make a decision on one two-way guy. There's two of them. And so now there's really a predicament here, right? What was interesting, though, was if you listen to Steve Kerr's quotes recently about whether they could keep one or both of those guys, he said, now, with our roster spot, we've been holding that open specifically if this certain somebody becomes available. I was like, really? Who could that be? Thoughts? Do y'all have thoughts in the comments? Because there's not someone that I can think of that would potentially be on the buyout market that they would be literally holding a spot for. So is it someone overseas? They're going to bring Bogut back again? I don't know. I thought that was a little interesting tidbit in Kerr's quotes recently about these two-way guys. Let's take a look at some of the possible routes to keeping both of these guys on the roster. The first one would be, hey, okay, so let's waive somebody, right? And I think the first candidate would be JaMychal Green. Well, he's not contributing. He's out of the rotation. You know, he's been ill and all that. And shout out to my guy Jeff Gomez 71 on Twitter. He's a strong Bay Area sports follow. He stands on his takes. He has strong takes. He pointed it out. He's like, yeah, we could waive JaMychal, but you look at the infection happening under the Warriors' watch. Not only optically does that look bad, but potentially there could be, I don't know if there could be some legal issues. It wouldn't be a good look. It's not likely, right? Okay, fine. That brings us to Andre, right? And everybody, as time goes by here, and this sounds like this was the game plan all along. When he agreed to come back, he wasn't never going to play this first half of the season, right? And we all understand at his age why. But at a certain point here, you know, and I'm myself included, you're watching Lamb and you're watching Ty's production. And it's like, yo, how is Ig 38 here? Like, is he going to be able to produce more than these guys? Now, what he's meant to the organization, the relationships with the core, there's no way to make an objective decision with Andre. We understand his value just on the bench, right? And again, it's just that there's relationships here. So there's no, you don't waive him. You can't do that, right? Is there a possibility where he could just slide into an assistant coach role or an advisory role so they could still have his presence and his voice on the bench, meanwhile keeping the production of the, you know, opening up that spot? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. Low key, I thought Andre, part of him coming back was for his podcast. I really felt that way because I think that it makes it more relevant. Like if he's on the bench and he's playing with this Warriors team, the most popular team in the world for as far as basketball goes, let's be honest, that's really good for his podcast. So I thought that played into his decision. Just keeping it real, right? Look, I understand what he brings to the court, and I know some of it's nuance, but his clutch gene, his experience, his communication. I don't think the question is what he'll bring to the court. It's can he bring it, right? If you were to tell me, hey, Andre is going to suit up in February and he'll be good the rest of the way, 15 minutes a game. Okay, sign me up. Sign me up. I'm with it, right? It's just, if you look at the how many games has he strung together over the last two seasons? I doubt it's more than 10, right? And so that's what's concerning. It's not his production on the court. It's can he get on the court? Can he be on the court when we need him? That's the issue. So I don't see them. I don't see that happening. You see, he's revving up the engine, and hey, for 10 games, he may look really good. I hope he does, but I don't think they can waive Jermichael, and I think Andre is planning to step in and play here soon. So I don't think that those are options. Someone on Patreon, PB12, suggested, all right, we'll trade Moody for a future pick, and that'll open up a roster spot. That's an option, right? I think it would be a tough pill to swallow because I imagine it'd be a second-round pick at this point right now. I don't think anybody's given up a future first for Moody. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe my judgment on his value is off. So, the 14th pick, 2 years ago, that would be a sunken cost right there, but it would open up a roster spot. So that would be an option. But after that, I don't know. Yeah, I guess if you did that, that would be a thing. We've talked about this here for a while now. I think Moody and Wiseman are on the block. Maybe not officially, but I think that they possibly could be moved. And if you did do a 2-for-1 with those, right? Those two came out for one player, that would open up another spot. But let's say that none of these scenarios play out. So they aren't able to open up another roster spot. Iguodala is going to play. But they are willing to use that final roster spot on one of these guys. And that is the question, right? Who do you choose? It's like a game-to-game thing at times, right? I've been a Ty Jerome fan since Virginia. Those floaters in that tournament. Who is this dude? Right? His game it doesn't look like he should be doing what he's doing, and that's part of the fun of it, right? Anthony Lamb has slowly won me over here. And you look at their positional value specifically to this roster, and right now you'd say, all right, well, Lamb is more valuable, right? That 3-4 spot is shallower than our backcourt. A stretch 4 who rebounds and does all the little things well, it feels like any team in the league would love to have him on the end of their bench, right? And so I think in a vacuum, Anthony Lamb is the pick. He's the guy that you keep, right? But it's not that simple. It's not that simple because Ty Jerome, a backup point guard. Listen, Dante DiVincenzo, not exactly a pillar of health. Jordan Poole, not exactly a reliable ball handler down the stretch, decision maker right now, right? And so, to have that other ball handler, decision maker on the floor, that's harder to find. I know I just said the positional value of Lamb. Right now, that's the case. But here's what I'm getting at is, does this decision go beyond just this season? I think that's the issue because I don't think whoever they don't keep, I think is going to get swooped up. That's what I imagine. And maybe I'm overvaluing, our players. That's what fans do. So maybe I'm doing that. But doesn't it seem like, okay, we keep Lamb, someone's picking up Ty. We keep Ty, someone's picking up Lamb. And so I think that this decision is more long-term than just this season. And that's where I think Ty, his value long-term might be more than Lamb's. Again, Lamb's positional value in a vacuum, that stretch 4 position, like everybody likes that. You want that rebounder, right? But you can find other players like that. Finding a 6'5" backup point guard who fits the system, fits the roster, that's harder to find long-term, in my opinion. The Warriors have been looking for a backup point guard for like 5 years. And so I don't know if the decision plays into just this season. And so here we sit. I don't have an answer for you. I go back and forth with it. I guess right now as we sit, I think Lamb has won me over. I think the rebounding, and here's what he's done lately. His confidence is growing, right? He's starting to shoot the 3 ball on the move. Not JJ Redick on the move, right? But just, handoffs, curls, where he sets his feet, but he's doing it on the move. And that increases your value as a shooter. You don't have to be at a standstill. And he's attacking closeouts. He's rumbling to the hoop, and he is big. He is strong, right? He's got that barrel chest. And so you combine that with the rebounding. Defensively, he holds his own. He passes. I'm gonna, as much as of a Ty Jerome fan as I am, I think I'd go Lamb just for this season. Even though I may regret it when Ty Jerome is flourishing elsewhere, next year. I think I got to go Lamb right now, but I might flip flop on it. Who do y'all got? Who do y'all got? I don't know. I don't know the answer, and that's why we're making this video. It's an interesting thing. Can I make a poll here in the comments? I don't know if I can do that on YouTube. So we'll see, man. I'm also though. Who are they holding that spot for? Who's gonna get bought out? I don't know. Someone fill me in the comments. I guess that's all I have for you. I'm sorry if I don't have a definitive answer, but it's just a situation that keeps going back and forth. I'm going to go ahead and guess that most of y'all are going to want to keep Lamb just because of the size and the rebounding. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'm out, y'all.